Welcome everyone to Spellbook Club. Thank you so much for joining us again for the third episode of the first volume, Echoes of Agmovia, The Last Expedition. Last time we found our friends of the last Agmovian expedition, they attempted to get their bearings in the dense, lush rainforest that Agmovia has become. Unsatisfied without making contact to discover the truth of Agmovia, the gang pressed onward toward an overgrown lighthouse, and began to discover some strange occurrences in the reality of Agmovia. Today, our heroes are in hot pursuit of some unidentified creatures after one of them snatched Diane's map case. Prepare to go ape for episode 3 of Spellbook Club.
All right. So Diane's map was just stolen by a group of, let's just call them freaks for right now. Three unidentified creatures. One wearing a big conspicuous captain's hat, and carrying a scimitar.
Looking at the hat, it looks like a hat like it was like it's a recent hat, right? It's not ancient looking.
Yes. If you'd like to roll history, I would love that.
How far away are they? Oh no, I'm using my inspiration.
I love the way that it hit the lamp.
Natural 20.
Ooh. There we go.
Okay.
That's how you start an episode.
That rules. Pirate is a rude word, but that is how you spend most of your. You've seen repurposed military outfits from every major military and navy in the world. This is recent. This is specifically a new Molisar Royal Admiral's hat.
Now where did you get that? And I'm going to dash at that monkey.
The monkey, or the freak.
Sorry, the freak. The freak. We don't know what monkeys are.
The undisclosed creature. Quick sidebar. They're not monkeys.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
They're not.
Got it. Okay.
6.
They're macaques. The mammal is ripping off into the woods. If you follow after, you have to abandon the steamboat here.
I run up to the tree line, staring out after it, but think better and stopped. Done with the map. What does that want?
You turn around to, in fact, not see Diane anywhere. Instead, you see another little freaky creature running off into the woods that has a similar vest to Diane.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Selpen, Korf, guard the ship. Follows Diane.
Okay.
We're not losing our navigator in this thing.
And your navigator isn't losing your map.
Yeah.
Are they heading like towards like the river, kind of?
They are purposely keeping alongside the river, and once they note that you're giving chase, they break off into the forest from the clear.
I yell out to Mikael. Mikael, lead the ship up the river a little bit. We'll meet you there.
Mikael leans over the railing, nods extremely gallantly and poetically, and as he turns around, Lucy Swarthington from behind him yells, "Hey! Tell him I'm the captain now!"
No! And I'm gonna run after
Keep your people in check.
Diane Free.
Oh yeah, she's just absolutely screeching and running along.
Are they within 20 feet? 120 feet, sorry.
At this point, yes. But I will say at this point, you'll get the first act in a surprise round. Roll initiative.
Okay. All of us?
Go.
Everybody.
We're looking at a 20.
Plan your stage.
Is that a 10?
That's 20.
10.
Yeah, 20!
There we go.
I got another 18 on the die. That's a 19.
That's a 12.
We're looking at a 13.
All right, Hemvar, what have you to say to these freaks?
Stop. I'm going to just kind of have the clocks rewind on my eyes as the clock also starts to slow down to a stop, and as I'm trying to give chase to them, and then I guess whichever ones are closest to us, I'll have those ones just simply be unaffected, and whoever else is possibly infected, can stay slow.
All right. So you get the 5 in front of Diane. Would you like to also get this constrictor?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Just that's what my character would think. 'Cause I'm thinking we could probably use that to walk across. That's one. This is a player. I'm thinking we're gonna shoot some out of this.
Sounds great. 1 nat 20.
Okay.
Everything else below 10.
Pretty.
With that, it is the captain's turn. And he is going to saunter up to the front of the area.
I was gonna say.
You notice beyond the slab what Diane has already seen a few seconds ago, which is one of these freaks, the one in the captain's hat with the sword, has mounted on the back of another creature. It appears to be like a swan if you shaved it and made it bigger and uglier.
Oh.
And also gave it like really big legs. It's like if you take the legs off a swan and replace them with a chicken, but on the outside.
Oh, I
Got
see.
it. Yeah.
Interesting.
And this creature is also apparently wearing a helmet, from what you can see. And this is all to say that the captain is going to lob a rock at Diane.
No.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does. Bonks me.
All right. That is going to be 9 points of rock damage.
Oh, come on.
Ow!
It is bludgeoning. It is bludgeoning, in case that needs it. Awesome. And the captain is going to end his turn by just looking at you and taunting. And then
We got a bird!
map case and slapping it a little.
Oh.
This is not what I expected. I am going to look around, knowing that I'm behind Anya. I'm going to do something as a bonus action. Effectively, mechanically, for the turn, I have a fly speed of 60 feet. What D'Artano does visibly is I'm going to essentially dash over here, but essentially I want to get up to Diane. So I'm gonna basically dash and essentially like dashing against the trees and leaping off of them. A little maybe a wave dash here at a certain point. And I want to get to M, the middle of the screen on row M, within range of both Diane and that freak.
Awesome.
Right next to the snake, huh?
He's wave dashing.
And I'm gonna look at freak Diane. Be careful! And then, it's horrifying. I'm then going to, and then with my reach, I'm gonna attack that freak. I guess I'm gonna pull out my chain of wounding and attack it. This is a monster. I leap up. Perfect. Yeah, or a little up, so I'm in range of that guy, within 10 feet of him. Yes, that's perfect. And I'm gonna take an attack with the chain of wounding, my meteor ring.
Incredible.
That is a 17 to hit.
17 to hit. That'll get that guy.
Got it. That is going to be 13 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 2 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
Damn.
So, as you
Feels a little
smash this guy, it takes 1 second of connecting with the meteor hammer for this thing to get flung upwards of 20 feet.
Yeah, just an enormous steel ball slams into this thing's stomach. Sends it flying.
You hear a crunching as it skids off of the slab and down the side.
Awesome. That's my range. So I'm out of movement. I'll drop the chain for a second, throw a hand axe at that other monkey on the butt.
Nice.
Sorry. Freak, everyone.
It's freaks.
It's a nat 20, but it was cocked. I'm gonna re-roll it. 7 or 9.
The freak is able to agilely dodge.
Yeah, that is my turn.
All right. Now it's time for the Freak Squad Part 1.
No, please. Don't throw more rocks at me.
Oh, God.
So their movement speed is half. So the first guy is going to go across this constrictor. Just a casual little 15 feet. And then he is going to use his leap ability at D'Artano, which will give him another 20 feet of movement. And he's going to absolutely beef that. He's going to absolutely miss.
I just sidestep.
He's flying through the air really slowly.
And I imagine this really cool, just like,
Yeah.
You see the terror set into his eyes as he realized he undershot by a foot and looks up to D'Artano. This one is going to use his movement and then do the same to Diane.
No.
And my man's is gonna get a 3.
oh, God bless.
I assume
You have the same face for good rolls and bad rolls.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
and these guys, given a unique opportunity to be cowards, are going to just go next to the captain. And that brings us to Diane.
Ooh. Okay. Since this thing's up in my face now, I think I'm gonna use my action to try and shove it.
Ooh.
With monkey strength? Or sorry, freak strength?
With freaky creature strength. That's
Let's
a nat
go.
20 plus 4.
Oh, baby.
It's a nat 20 plus
That's
4.
a nat 20 plus 4. That's an auto success.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, so I give this dude a little shove, and what do you say, it was 20 feet high?
It is 20 feet high.
Yeah.
2d6.
That's 2d6.
Slowed falling through the air. This freak.
He takes 5.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, I feel emotion.
Bounces slightly. And by the end of your turn, he's still in the process of bouncing upward.
All right. From there out, I'm gonna take like a step back, and I'm gonna try and leap to that disconnected pillar.
Ooh.
Does that constrictor go down?
That constrictor does go down to the ground.
Okay. And I think with the
Is it a live constrictor?
It is a live constrictor.
okay, I think I can take my remaining 10 feet of movement to try and be like, I don't really know how to mount this thing, but I'm going to do my best to walk down it anyway. I imagine she's like, balancing.
Tightrope.
Yeah.
You do have freak size, though. It is Freaks Part 2,
Freaks Part 2.
the sequel everyone hated. All right. These guys are going to try to join the funny brigade. And this guy's going to approach D'Artano and kind of just do this thing and prepare an action. And this guy's going to do the same. They are ready in case something happens.
Okay.
These guys, this one is going to leap at Anya, and so is this one. So they're going to leap at Anya. One gets a 14, and the other gets a 17. Awesome.
Jeez.
19 with a shield, so I imagine she literally just does not even move. They both smash into her, and she's just like, nope, I'm not dealing with that right now.
The slow slide off.
Yeah.
Then I guess it's Hammerlar time.
Okay.
Both of these freaks are gonna leap at you. and one is going to purposely block the bridge that you are on.
I see. That's freaks.
Oh no. Oh, that's not a good face.
Does a 19 hit? Because if it does, I assume that not 20 hits as well. I have to replace this die. People are gonna think I'm lying.
Dice check.
This is the third nat 20 for the episode.
Let's use shield, but why do you use shield?
I'm sending my amethyst to go take it out.
It's a freak. How bad can its damage be?
Is that fine? You're not squishy.
Listener, they were not prepared for how much its damage could be.
Oh, no.
It depends on whether or not you like the freaks. Because if I were rooting for the freaks, I'd be delighted that they just dealt 18 damage to me.
Yeah, okay.
As a DM of the people, I'm always on my player's side. Unless they're fighting somebody that I think is really cool and fun. And in this case, I really like the freaks. It is Anya's turn.
What we're gonna do is, I don't care for the attack of opportunity. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 feet away from Hamabar.
You get the gnome, I'll get Diane. It was rude to call you the gnome. I know your name is Hannibal.
Yes.
Ooh,
Thank you. Anyway, I'm scoring up for 2 freaks.
Yep, so she just quickly nods because she's more focused on reaching out a hand, touching Hamabar's shoulder, and you regain 15 hit points back. From my, where's...
But first, Anya gets one big boom!
Oh, do I?
You do with a 21.
Yep, it's fine, I'll take it.
The other was a 6 for anyone keeping score. 8 damage.
Okay, that's fine, I can handle 8.
Wow, this fancy pants over here can handle 8 damage.
How many of the fucking contusions?
But it was 10 calm.
So I imagine that as she turns around, she makes a slight mistake, feels the scratch across her back, but just like grits her teeth and just keeps running. As I approach Hamabar, I reach out my hand and with lay on hands, is it called lay on hands? Sorry, I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, yeah. Thank you. You get 15 hit points back instantly out of my 30 healing pool. So there's just this white radiant light that goes from her hand directly, just kind of like a zap.
Yeah.
After she zaps you, she says, stay close to me, and runs. Because this monkey is in my way, now trying to do a thing.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, because this freak is in my way. It feels mean to say that, though.
It does.
I'm just gonna go ahead and bonk the buddy with my longsword.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm gonna move your nat 20 to as beautiful. Oh boy, dirty, filthy 20.
Okay. All right.
It's a habit. Sorry, we said that on the table for a while. It's a filthy 20.
So, grimy, nasty 20. Well, absolutely. Yeah.
You're gonna for 3 slashing. It was honestly more of like a get out of my way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bro doesn't seem to like it, but it is 3. All right, that is
extra attack.
Ooh,
Do you have my? Thank you. I forgot about that. Hey, can you get inspiration again? Look at that. Look how much he helped me.
Oh, yeah. But I take a long rest for being human.
He is capable of much.
I'm guessing 12 doesn't help, right?
Not as
Okay, never mind.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Guess whose turn it is? It's constrictor time.
No.
Oh, I thought, aren't those obstacles or are those not?
And they're living, breathing creatures, my friend.
Yeah.
They don't live to serve us.
And you do recognize snakes. Although, I don't think you've ever seen snakes as large or fearsome as these. But you've got snakes in your home countries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watching them fully rotate on the screen is quite funny.
This guy's going to like plant his base and then have his jaw move and slam down against this. This guy is going to retract and try to walk along this way. And this guy is going to have the most glamorous job, which is slithering down this way, planting his base, and biting at Hammerbar.
What?
All right, now I can impose this as a reaction. Disadvantage.
Well, I hope you enjoy the 18 you crushed into a 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love you, DM.
thank you so
Yeah,
much.
literally, just a wing just pops in front of you. Just nope.
Oh.
Some teeth will fall out.
So you're go Hammerbar?
Okay. So then I will be, yes, definitely Misty stepping out of here. I'm going to go straight onto this platform where the snake has just unlatched from. So I'm going to go somewhere, I can go to M, like at the bottom of the slab, or I guess closest to me where the slab is.
And on the slab.
And then from there, I would love to use Fireball, but I'm pretty sure I would burn the map, so I'm not going to do that.
It's a temperate rainforest after all, so it might not be humid.
I'm going to instead use Chromatic Orb. Do that level 2.
Nice.
Is cold or thunder? Thunder? In acid, I think would be bad. Fire would be bad. Lightning is probably bad. Poison. Does poison affect, like, it's not acid. Would poison affect the.
Go for poison.
Or,
Go for poison.
That'll work.
but for.
Go with your heart.
With my darts. Okay. I'll go with poison. Actually, these guys are freaks. They might have poison.
Exactly. We don't
might
got a freakish resistance.
Freakish
Cold.
Hey, Diane, what kind of resistance
No,
do you have?
Let's go Cold.
Okay. I'm going cold. I'm going to attack them. Take out my pocket watch. To start casting a very winding the clock a little bit. And cast a cold orb at them.
Awesome.
That'll be. Okay. 36 words. 16 plus which my addition is plus 8. So it'll be 16, 8, 24.
Localized in a very tiny area. You rewind time exactly to a point where it was frigid cold and uninhabitable. And in this tiny pinpoint of reality, boom.
We made a circle of the ice age.
Do you mind looking at some D8s?
I believe it's 48 for a second level.
It is 48, yes. 6, 5, 2, 1. So that was 13 plus the 1, so that's me 14 damage.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, I don't get the bounce, but that's fine. It's fine. So it'll be 14 cold damage then, yeah.
The thing that the captain is on kind of rears back in pain and fear. And the captain reassures it and soothes it, despite being violently in pain. And is that your turn?
Misty step. Actually, can I move? Yeah, I can move. Can I maybe try to jump to the second platform? The one
You can.
closest to me? And I'll do that.
It is time for the captain. Diane, you watch as atop this altar, there's an arch that is overgrown with vines right in front of you.
Pretty.
It is extremely
No.
and in front of you is the captain, perched on his platform. And he is going to directly address you as if making a challenge while holding your map. And then kick his freak in the side and take the dash action down these stairs. Does he have any funny bonus actions?
No, he doesn't.
He does have one really funny bonus action, but I think I'll save D'Artano.
Very well. I have 2 freaks on my side. I'm spinning around the meteor hammer, creating space. And I fling it at the one below me.
Nice.
That's going to be a 22 to hit.
That'll do it.
Let's see what my damage rolls is, and I think I can add on something later if it's not enough. That is 15 bludgeoning damage and 2
Nice.
necrotic damage. Got it. I send that one flying, pull back the weight, spin it around, and go for a sideways strike on the other one. Our second attack. Wait, 17.
Still works.
That is going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage and 1 necrotic damage, so 13.
All right. As you hit him, you go, and then there's no more.
With the determination of survival and focus, I'm going to look around the battlefield. Do I see that have I noticed the captain move there?
You have noticed the captain.
How far of a drop is that?
20 feet.
Cool. I'm just going to run and jump right on him. Nothing fancy. Do I take falling damage?
Roll me an athletics.
19.
Nice. You're able to land without too much damage.
Cool. As I land, I want to try and grapple the captain. That is beef. I am 26 athletics. I am a little on fire.
A little.
Just leap down. Where did you get that hat? I just leap down, grab him with the chain of wounding. When he initially makes contact with the chain of wounding, he takes 1 necrotic damage.
Awesome.
He's grappled. Yeah. Oh wait, I forgot. I had to action surge to do that, by the way.
Yes.
So action surge. I have 1 more attack.
Super.
Just gonna squeeze the chain for my last attack. Which, I have advantage because he's grappled.
Awesome.
26 to hit. Yeah.
Dude! Wow!
It was a 6 and then a 19.
It's important to me that you know that the grapple, he failed that with a 12, with a 2 on the die.
Cool. Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow!
So I do sense that this captain is much stronger.
Oh, yeah.
I know what you really are. You are a freak. I say as I pull the chain tighter. And I'm going to add after feeling that strength, I'm adding on some extra damage to this by spending a resource. 15 bludgeoning damage, 4 necrotic damage, and 10 force damage. And that is my turn as I am as I'm not strangling, but I have the chain of wounding wrapped around his arms, pulling and keeping him locked, but letting the mount potentially run off.
So
bring it, DM, bring it.
So you're riding the creature with him.
I think I'm standing off, but I grab I go after the captain.
Yeah.
I go after the captain.
The captain looks at you with the hat, just grabbing at the chain, trying desperately to get it off, and seeing that the mount is free and he's restrained, looks at you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That
Right?
is my turn.
Awesome. It is monkey gang number 1. No, freak gang.
You did it too.
They're not monkeys.
What are they? Kind DM, what are they?
They're freaks.
They're macaques.
Right, what?
They're
They're macaques.
yours?
No, well, they're my macaques, but they're just macaques. I had to throw a macaque at.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready for it. No, that.
You'll be fine.
Whoa. Man. So the freaks, as I was saying,
Yes.
Yeah. What do you do?
this slowed macaque is going to use climb speed to get up next to Havergar.
Oh wait, I should have told.
And is gonna hold. Ooh, it doesn't have reactions because it's slow. And despite his short range, he's going to leap. Bada bing, that's a 7.
That would not hit me.
These two are going to look at Diane and go, ooh, and chuck a couple rocks.
Oh.
Boy, oh boy.
If you go to super hook points, I'm going to give you so much crap. Out of love. Out of love.
I doubt it'll happen this turn because they got a 5 and a 7.
Yeah. Okay.
Not bad.
I take that from
You see 2 rocks whiz past your ears.
Yeah, good. Can I hit him with the...
Yes.
They look deeply personally offended.
Yeah, good.
She's becoming a freak.
Bringing us to... Oh no. Diane.
Yeah, that's me. So if I counted that right, I can use all of my movement to catch up to the captain.
I believe so.
So I would like to do precisely that. And then I'm going to punch him. I'm going to try and punch my man in the head.
As a freak?
Yeah, I'm going to punch him in the head. Why not? He deserves that.
You have advantage because he's grappling.
Yes, I do. Oh, okay. That one's an 8. That one's a 7. Okay. And with my form, I have +5. So we're looking at a 13.
Okay.
Is that going to do it?
That'll do it for the mount.
Okay, yeah. I'll hit the mount. That is 9 damage on the first attack. And then I'm going to go for another one on the mount. That's going to be 17.
Awesome.
And we're looking 9 damage again.
Not bad.
So as you just pummel the man,
I'm squaring up with its legs. Its little twig legs.
It cranes its freakish neck to look at you, and then puts its forehead to the sand.
Yeah.
And that's a reference to what?
It's a reference to the type of freak it is.
Oh,
actually.
okay. I'm not aware.
Real ostrich fact, by the way. It's kind of a misconception that they bury their head under the ground. They do it to get cool. They don't do it when they're scared. But this one is doing it because it's scared. Because it just got punched in the ass twice. Seeing that most of... Actually,
It's just moved down there.
let me give you a lesson in macaque empathy.
This is just an animal section.
There are 4 macaques. So let's speak plainly. There are 4 macaques.
Quadruple decker.
It is. And most of the intruders to their home that chased them after they rightfully stole something have gone closer and closer to their captain and also their home. And there's one of them that's still kind of the starting area. This all to say, Anya, they've decided you're innocent.
Bring it on.
All right.
I shouldn't taunt, but still.
Right here.
No, I shouldn't.
Feel the shield. You'll be fine.
Taunting doesn't work on me, but it certainly works on the macaques. 4 of these guys, they're going to all get in your space and kind of do, like, you know the game where you have a ball and you're trying to throw it to another person, and then there's a guy in the center, the two of you going like this? The name
I
of that,
don't, but it's okay. I understand the concept.
yeah, the name of the game escapes me, but so these 4 guys are all going to try to clobber you.
I'm.
And then they say it's
Then I
clobbering
use-
time and start clobbering.
Can I reduce the advantage that I assume at least some of them have advantage?
I was not giving them any,
Oh, sure.
so
Kind DM, thank you.
don't thank me yet.
Oh, God. Okay.
They have a 19,
Meets a beats it.
Meets it beats it, a 21,
Ow. Okay.
a natural 20,
Okay.
and a 3.
Told you I shouldn't taunt it. Told
Someone's
you.
in the crit.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take it. That's fine. I'm at 52 right now. Like,
Well, they're not going to
apparently.
do that. From 4 of these dudes, a total of 38 damage.
Okay.
That is exactly the amount of hit points I have. So
Luckily the paladin has more.
Yeah, not a lot more though. I imagine that she was so focused on where the map is and where to go and how to calculate it, and then she turns around, sees this whole crowd, and I was like, just like anything else, kind DM.
For what? Nothing more than Anya's reckoning in the form of esoteric primates.
Yeah, a little bit.
That is their turn, leaving it with Anya's turn.
First thing we're doing is a bonus action, heal,
Awesome.
The rest of my pool, which apparently it wasn't maxed at 30, it was 35, so I have 20 left, so now I'm at 34. And I'm very pissed. So we're just gonna moonbeam this. I'm gonna concentrate around that area of those 3, not hitting myself at the same time. And because it's 40 feet high, it's definitely can catch the one that's elevated as well. And so they need to make a saving throw, or they're gonna take 2d10 radiant, and if they succeed, they will take half of that. Let me tell you the DC. 13 Constitution.
So with a 13, a 15, and a 19.
Hey, I'll
They all
still.
stand in the glow of the moon.
They accept the light of festoon. That's fine. They can still take half.
Awesome.
So 13 divided by 2, I'm guessing just rounded down 6. Cool. So they're all taking 6 radiant damage, and if any of them are shapeshifters, they cannot be shapeshifters anymore, but I'm guessing they're not.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are they people disguised as priests?
Read me the exact
Oh boy. Okay.
thing there.
Okay. So I'll just read
The whole thing. A silvery beam of pale light shines down a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, centered on a point within range, until a sun's dim light fills the cylinder, and you can take a match catch on later turns to move the cylinder up to 60 feet. When a cylinder appears, each creature in it makes a con save. Did we get all that?
on a failed save to 2d10 radiant damage, and if the creature is shapeshifted as a result of polymorph spell, for example, it reverts to its true form and can't shapeshift until it leaves the cylinder.
Was that polymorph or was that true polymorph?
Polymorph, for example.
It says for example, so
It implies all
if, like all shapeshifting.
Oh,
Imagine this one spell.
Did I just rock your plans a little bit?
Well, I didn't know Moonbeam did that, but it's... You'll see later why I'm agonizing about this. Then you see it as you cast Moonbeam, a silhouette of 3 people wearing armor and holding spears with capes. And then as the Moonbeam comes back into focus, it's still just the 3 freaks.
Now a little bit smokier, I suppose.
Yes.
The only thing that's left is movement, and I am not about to provoke any more opportunity attacks. No, I'll move. 1, 2, 3,
Well, I guess we've
4,
got-
5.
I'd like to confirm that you leave 3 of their range.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at 34 right now, so unless I am also once again so unlucky with dice, I will take my chance. I need to be as close to the seam as possible, and I haven't been doing that in a while, so
Sounds good.
I'll just take that.
Your boldness is rewarded. None of them got above the 10.
Thank you, Dice Gods. Now knowing their strategies, she dodges more and more and is just trying to make her way to the seam, and that's going to be the end of my turn.
Constrictor 1 is going to dislodge from the first pillar, pivot on its tail, and slap itself down next to the 2 freaks in the throw platform.
Oh, there is a thing.
Yeah. This one, noticing with chagrin that he has to do all the work himself, is going to go to turn to bite D'Artagnan. Please roll a contested strength throw.
Oh, saving throw, or I guess it's the same for me.
Yeah.
That is a 9, but you're saying it's an ability check, right?
It is an ability check.
I will use Tactical Mind, which lets me use second wind on failed ability check. So it's a 9 plus a 10. Okay, 15.
Okay, that beats the 12.
Okay, awesome.
So it is just going to do a little chomp and be unable to constrict you.
I think I just kind of deflect it with my arm and back up. No, yeah.
It reaches around you and you go to slap it away, and it clamps down for 7 damage as you fling it off.
All right, I'll take 7.
Just slap a snake.
Yeah. I've seen bigger.
This constrictor, who yearns for revolution, is going to make a platform
Me too.
for Anya up to the big slab.
Thanks. Why though?
He yearns for revolution.
Suspicious.
He kind of leans over onto his back to like soak in better sunlight from this position.
Why do I sense a trap?
Maybe because you're perpetually suspicious. Hemlar, go ahead.
So, seeing what just happened before with my past savior, I'm going to try and, say, return the favor. Yeah. I'm going to cast Shock and Grasp first at the person, at the macaque, right?
Indeed.
Okay, so I cast Shock and Grasp.
We can.
Peter Gabriel Shock the Monkey joke goes here. Alternatively, Shock Macaque.
Okay.
Hashtag.
If I want to use inspiration, but say that before or after my, I know it's a fail.
After usually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're allowed to do that.
So that'll be 6 plus 8 will be 14.
All right,
Is that it?
that'll do it.
That'll do it. Okay.
A basic guy, that'll do it.
Then Shock and Grasp, I'm going to use that. Is going to take my pocket watch out and just start saying, just get away. And just use the, actually, I want to glow with the grassy sheen all over my body as I do that and then try to hop off of the platform.
And it loses its reaction, so it can't opportunity.
It does.
Nice. Don't do what I did.
Love Shock and Grasp.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually 1 8.
Ooh,
And a 6.
woo, that's good. That'll kill. Get in the comments with hashtag Shock Macaque.
He's the freak, Shock Macaque.
Oh, God.
And I'm not going to say that I'm going to use, I think if I can use the rest of my movement to get to the edge of the slab towards where Diane, where Anya is, I'm going to then take up my pocket watch again, and I'm going to kind of slowly start to focus on the magic and have the cloak itself start to do that same pattern before. I'm going to use my, Quicken spell and cast Fireball at 4th level.
Thank you.
Awesome.
If I can get all 4 of those and the constrictor,
Yeah.
would I be able to get all of them without having to?
You can also aim fireball in the air, which is weird, but yeah.
Yes,
You can get the very tail of the constrictor.
that's what I was hoping for.
You
Because
can-
I kind of don't trust.
But it is also a walkway right now for Anya.
It is, but like, what if it's just doing the
That's true.
Because
It still
he wants her to step on it, and as soon as it steps on it, this boom constricts.
Fair idea.
Personally,
that's
I trust Comrade Snake.
Comrade Snake, are you with us?
Yeah, take out the pocket watch, and just have, and then just fireball right there.
Awesome.
And that'll be, I think it's an 18 for their saving throw.
Oh.
I might need to do some.
Macaque's on fire.
That's the next hashtag.
Get in the comments with hashtag Macaque's on fire.
Should I there?
Yes. Please do.
Okay. 1, 6, 6, 4. Okay, so 6, 6, 12, 16, 17. 17 damage. 6, 1, 1, 2. Okay. So that was, what I said before? So 17. So this would be 23, 24, 25, 27, and then 1 more.
Oh.
Plus another 3. That's a 27, so 3 more to be 30.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do I touch them? Yeah, or 30.
Macaque really is on
Regardless.
fire.
Burnt hair fills the air.
Oh.
Are you okay?
I imagine that like Anya was just running, and she sees Hanovar at the top, turns around thinking, oh no, is he about to like slow down time and see there's somebody to No, he's not. No, he's not. And she like takes a step back, just watching this glorious explosion that like restores her faith in humanity a little bit. And she just gives you the nod.
The backlit silhouette of 4 macaques aura farming, and then they are ash. They are ash.
They're doing JoJo poses. They get smoked.
You need to do a cool turn away from the fire and put on sunglasses.
That'd be it.
You killed 5 of them in that turn.
Oh, they're.
I look at him. He's the real monster.
The captain, who is still in D'Artano's grapple, is going to hold the chain, look up to you, and say,
Are you done? I'm waiting. I keep it rapid. Also, with our rules, at the start of his turn, he takes 6 necrotic damage.
At the start of his turn, his face begins to get a little sunken in. He looks like on death's door. He looks seconds from death. And is going to use his entire turn not resisting the grapple, letting his arms go to his side. Just.
All right. Listen, I'll loosen the chain if you stay here and let my friends with the way with animals talk to you. If it's possible as a free action, not on my turn, I will at least loosen the chain, but still grab him by the scruff.
Awesome.
So he's not taking a necrotic damage further.
Awesome. And with the captain's surrendered turn, D'Artano, would you like to take?
Yeah, there are what, 2 left?
There are 2 left.
Okay, well, also the snakes. We don't know if we're comrades or not.
Oh,
Snake?
yeah.
Oh, that snake is gone.
I don't think they're comrades
Snake is
anymore.
Ash. Actually, more precisely, Comrade Snake's back foot is Ash, and the rest of Comrade Snake is pouring out of that foot.
For the sake of making attacks, I'm going to drop
Oh.
the captain, drop the freak, and make an attack on the snake with the chain of wounding.
Awesome.
That is a 14 to hit.
That'll be good.
15 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 necrotic damage. Yeah, just slam it down right on its head. Is the freak isn't running away, right? Or
The freak isn't running away. He is
Okay.
in abject surrender. He's pulled the white handkerchief out.
I'm just gonna drag him with me like 15 feet east. I'm going to reach into my boot, pull out a flintlock pistol, and shoot one of the freaks. I am not a great shot, but
One of them is blasted.
that's only a 14 to hit.
It'll still hit.
Okay.
Hey, better take those in the house.
All right. That is 4 points of damage, but I will add some smoke on that.
Nice.
Spend a resource because I haven't yet. That is an extra 10 force damage.
Midair, it speeds up, and suddenly, where there was one whole macaque, there's now 97% of a macaque,
Mm-hmm.
and the other 3% is several feet away. It's this lone macaque's turn,
I feel bad.
and he's going to go down the ship.
Okay. I respect.
He's going to bravely stand on the platform of the throne at the top of the stairs and throw a rock at you. Actually, no, he isn't. He's going to throw a rock near you. And in a brief contemplative moment, he truly believes that his life has meant something. Until Diane's turn!
Diane is going to take a deep breath and a long, heavy exhale, and then walk up to the captain with her hand extended and go,
He is trying to bargain with you to follow him if he gives you them. All right, as you snatch the map, combat ends.
Yes. Yes.
And the one lone soldier, the brave macaque, slumps down on the stairs.
Get out of here.
and he runs off under the stairwell.
Yeah, like more of them. Anya, are you alive?
I'm fine.
You're looking a little rough.
She's actually she is at 34, so she's not bloodied anymore.
Right.
But yeah, no.
Well,
There's some blood stain on her white hair. So like, yeah, she's been better.
strong for her size, but have you made a deal with this one, Diane?
When you look back over at her to ask her that, she's back and looking like a fully formed furball. And she says, yeah, this guy just wants us to follow it. Well, not really, but maybe it has something to show us.
Hold on. No maybes. If we think there's anything important, we follow together and we stick close to one another. Okay?
Okay, surely you understand that was my mouth.
I do.
Right.
Talk to me. Stick by me, please.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
No, you're right. That was irresponsible of me. I'm sorry, guys.
Let's go.
Yeah.
For once, I admit a little bit fat. A little bit fat.
It's progress. I'll take it. Let's go.
First, also I'll look down at the freak and say, that hat. Where did you get it? Do you have you do animal stuff? Do you have a translation?
I think a big scary guy came here. And he was doing something that they don't like. He was being violent. All right, well, they didn't like him, so they stole his hat? Or killed him and stole his hat? Oh, he got killed by a different creature. And then you took his hat. That makes sense. I would have taken it too.
If it took out the members of the last expedition, it is a worthy fall.
As entertaining as this is, if you give me 10 minutes, we may be able to have a full conversation with the creature.
The creature pauses in thought at hearing "if you give me 10 minutes." And you see a look of recognition in his eyes. And he holds up the one moment figure and pats himself to see if there's something on his person that he can use. Remembers the bugle at his side and then blows into it. And in response, you hear the roar of a feral cat, and rushing out from beneath the archway of the throne, and standing at attention regally in front of you, an ocelot, which you may be familiar with from Mollismar and Ratton.
Oh my god.
Stands before you. And that is where we end session 3.
All right. We're in it, baby. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for watching Spellbook Club Episode 3. Look forward to a new episode of Echoes of Agmovia every other week. As stated before, this arc will be 12 episodes long, with episode 12 being a feature-length finale, and we hope you stick around to see it. For more Spellbook Club, check out spellbookclub.org for blogs, character info, and artwork. We'd love to hear from you there, so if blowing up the comment section isn't enough for you, you can also get in touch with us via our website, which is again, spellbookclub.org. We are glad to have you along for the journey, and we'll see you next time for episode 4 of Spellbook Club, Echoes of Agmovia.
It can't even do the Magilla Gorilla. Is Magilla Gorilla copyrighted? Nora, cut this out.
Fine.
Cut this out if he is.
Naming a copyrighted thing isn't.
Yeah. Then he's gonna do the Magilla Gorilla.
So it's a reference.
It's a reference.